So then, this is a poem that I wrote entitled Poetic Justice. And um, it's by me. My name's Jonathan J. Gagan. Uh, so, in the vast and lonely universe, I have found myself afraid of my own shadow as many a times as I can recall. As Carl Jung said, nobody can fall so low unless he has a great depth. If such a thing can happen to a man, it challenges his best. And highest on the other side, that is to say, this depth corresponds to a potential height, and the blackest darkness to a hidden light. That grim facade of light that I've worked so hard to uphold each day and night, all for the niceties of society, and with the pretense that I was blinded by that light. I knew not what I did, but rather did I know. Oh yes I did, and I wasn't fooling anyone. Though myself I gave quite a ride, trying as I might try, but fail to justify the wrongs of my life. But all mankind does know that masking reputation is a crime, let alone the crimes a man commits in all that is decent where indecency does fit. All men and women have done this a thing without justification of the wrong by the accused. But who accuses the common man? Why, the very person who stands where now I stand. People write the greatest defenses in order that they might avoid the consequences, and thus their sentences. But before the eyes of God, no man or woman can be so coy as to fall outside eternal law. For above the jurisdiction of mankind's predilections to the self are the suppositions to a God of opposition to our statutes of moral turpitude. So believe not the fallacies, i.e. false truths, for you cannot take it with you. All that is except one rule that governs in God's stead, and that is the judgment of the living and the dead in the end of times. Whether that be your end or mine, keep in mind that time, for the time in which you live, is on your side. But also know that he judges with impartiality and reason, and your own judgments of yourself and others will change and change with the seasons. The common man is often too hard on himself. You'll hear it said by the many. But of the few know that no one but God can judge you. And all men might say he is insane. For from my perspective, he doesn't judge from a place of pain, but rather he takes you in your anger and your shame, and does not blame you for your humanity and vanities. Instead, he sees you in a way you cannot see yourself. Not ever nor any day, because you only see that all mankind is the same. No one is innocent, and we all stray, but justice is that God will forgive you anyways. Mercy is the chalice of good hopes and dreams fraught with desires unseen, as far as mankind can believe, and we are blinded by the light of reputation, and we are denizens and unclean in a land of immorality. But there is something we can get from deep within our hearts, our minds, and our chests, and with it we are blessed as humans, and that is our inner lumens, i.e. the light in the ruins so frail that we can call it a soul at all. And around it all men build walls, but our spirits, however strong, those walls will always fall. And fall, and fall, and fall, until there lies no barriers at all. And we are left that darkness, naked and vulnerable, and we find we are the hidden light, us mankind. It is the struggle and the fight to survive, and giving up that fight to find that which matters most, which is whether we are kind and merciful even to the wicked and the blind, who do not yet know what it means to be nice. They know not what they do when they engage in vice. They simply lack the sight to do what is right. But everyone can learn, because even in the darkness we can make it bright. And after every night the sun will rise. And it brings me joy when I find that to my surprise I am now wiser than I once was wise. That is poetic justice, line by line.